All right. Now, would it be a Thursday night live stream or a Monday night? I don't even know what day it is, but would it be a Monday night live stream without Danny being late? Of course not. Of course, it would not be a Monday night live stream. But I got to hold down the fort until he gets here. Don't have any questions. Just here to support. We smoking that Bills pack today. Yep. Congrats to all the Colts fans on the big win. Brock also says, are Gronk, Vea, and AB playing tonight? I heard SMB is back, but not sure about the others. Gronkowski's playing. Antonio Brown is not. Neither is Vea, by the sounds of it. So that's pretty much what they're looking at. Sean Murphy-Bunting should be playing. He's definitely going to be. I imagine he's going to be matched up primarily with Kadarius Toney based on the alignment. Makes a lot of sense to put him on him as well, just skill set wise too. What should I do with Higgins? Honestly, I'm not really all that worried about T. Higgins. I know he has had a couple bad games in a row, but he hasn't scored a touchdown in 6 weeks. That's why he's had a couple bad games in a row. His target share is as good as a guy like Michael Pittman Jr.'s. So I'm not really concerned with him whatsoever. Is DJ Moore a safe wide receiver 2 with Cam? I wouldn't say safe because Cam Newton isn't like a crown jewel of a passer either, but he's probably a little bit better than he was before, than he was with Sam Darnold, PJ Walker types. Yo, Bush, how was that game? I mean, to be honest, it was pretty fucked in the stands, the amount of rain that we were getting. But other than that, like watching Jonathan Taylor do what he did was definitely fun to see. As a guy who's not actually a Bills fan, the crowd didn't really like seeing what Jonathan Taylor was doing, but I kind of enjoyed it. You just saw the 5th best fantasy game in years. Yeah, that was a pretty special performance from JT. Cam Newton or Jalen Hurts rest of the season, worried that the Eagles want to continue running the ball. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts than Cam Newton.
Pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh, you want to check in on the bets? Got some alleys to do. I like having these on hand as much as I like.
How'd it go?
Huh?
How'd it go?
So I took Montgomery. You took James Robinson. Who won that one?
Easily Robinson.
Robinson,
scored a touchdown.
I took Mike Davis. You took Gallman. I got Mike Davis won that one.
Yeah, such an L.
I'm probably going to win this one too because Justin Fields got hurt, but I took Daniel Jones. You took Justin Fields.
That's so unfortunate, man.
Yeah, and then I think you won this one. Randall Cobb versus Nelson Aguilar. I'm guessing you won that.
Aguilar had 13, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Cobb did much of anything, if I'm being honest.
So 2-2, but a little fugazi because Fields got hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, you took one off of me when Saquon got hurt.
I'm pretty certain that Cobb got hurt. Did he not?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Fields getting hurt Montgomery too.
I mean,
yeah. Anyway, Fig says, should I sell Chubb before Kareem Hunt comes back, and should I sell Dalvin right now because they're both high value?
You should sell.
If you can sell Chubb because Hunt is coming back, sure. But people, like I said earlier today, I think people know that's why you're selling Chubb. So it's not like you're going to get anything like super elite for him, I'd imagine. But if you could sell Chubb and get elite running back value for him, then go ahead and do it. If you don't believe in him rest of the season, which
I think I've said,
from a fantasy perspective, it's hard to buy into him being anything more than a back end RB1.
I think I've said to sell Chubb since like week 3.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's been a sell high candidate for like 7 years.
Ooh, Mac, explain that.
Oof.
Damn. I played. You want to hear this one? I played again. Marco had both Jonathan Taylor and Austin Eckler.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
Yeah, so the team I took over in the Bitcoin League, did I tell you how many points I put up in my first game with the team?
200?
228.
Jesus Christ.
I have the Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen stack, and I have Justin Jefferson. So I just dropped numbers. It was like a DFS lineup. Like it was like I was looking at the Millie Maker winner.
Man, speaking of fucking DFS, I'm so sad I didn't play any Jonathan Taylor.
I'm so happy I played so much Jonathan Taylor.
Like I ended up losing out. So I put in 200 total and I'm at 135 into my account right now. So, and not the worst loss that could have happened, but I had a lineup that put up 165. I just entered it in the wrong tournament. So
yeah, thankfully the contrarian plays like Jonathan Taylor are something I'm going to be looking for every single week now going forward, because I've done it the last couple weeks and it's worked pretty well. When you can find elite talents, elite, all opportunity, elite volume at whatever, wide receiver, running back, tight end, whatever. And they're not going to get any steam, any ownership, because I knew Swift and Taylor weren't going to get shit. I knew nobody was going to play them. And I'm like, okay, we just saw a 39 opportunity game out of DeAndre Swift, and nobody's going to play.
I played a lot. I played a lot of Swift.
Yeah, I played a lot of Swift. I played a lot of Taylor. I played a lot of Jefferson.
I played a lot of Rodgers Adams.
Yeah, I played some Rodgers as well. I had one lineup. You know what's so annoying? On the way to the stadium, I had a lineup that was Rodgers, Adams, Jefferson on the way back, and I swapped Jefferson out for Chase.
That's what
at the last second.
Dude, and I had one that started off great. I had a lineup that like some of like the random plays, like, okay, so it was built around, you guessed it, the Bengals stack, which worked awful. But the other like pieces in the lineup were legitimately like DeAndre Swift, Browns defense, Zach Ertz. Yes, I played Zach Ertz.
I had Zach Ertz in my article, in my FanDuel article. I thought he was a great play this week.
I had him in DraftKings. I had Zach Ertz in the lineup, put up like 28 points, but it didn't matter because the Bengals stack was literally useless.
Yeah. The only lineup I had Zach Ertz in was a lineup I left Lamar Jackson in because I was on the way to the stadium and my phone was at 15% and I needed it for the map. So I had a lineup that was actually really good. I had Elijah Moore, Zach Ertz, like a bunch of guys in it, and I had Lamar Jackson as the quarterback that I left. It was only a $5 entry, so I don't really care. But if I had like put in like Rodgers or something, I probably would have done really well in that one.
You want to hear this lineup? Okay, so I put up 164, and then obviously I mentioned my my Bengals stack did terrible, right? But think of this lineup, right? I bit the chalk on Jeff Wilson, which if he was actually a good player, he would have had a really good day. But the guy was inefficient as fuck. So he sailed me. But I had Rodgers, Mark Ingram, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle, Zach Ertz in it. The other two pieces I needed to have like solid performances: Michael Gallup and DK Metcalf.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys.
I ate the chalk on Michael Gallup so hard. On so many of my lineups, dude. I had Michael Gallup, and he just did nothing. Yeah,
it's just that the Cowboys' fucking offensive line got obliterated. Like, it was bad.
Pretty bad.
Like, Chris Jones.
I am so happy, though. In my articles this week, the first thing I wrote was the biggest decision point this week in fantasy football is
going with the Chiefs.
Are you going to stack the Chiefs game or just get exposure to that game or not? Because to me, it was a net negative situation if you do it, because everybody's going to do it. Both guys were 20% owned, both quarterbacks. Hill was up at 35%. Michael Gallup was 45%. Like, everybody was highly owned. CeeDee Lamb was 30%. Like, nobody went under the radar in that game. Nobody, except for Darrell Williams, because CEH was active. He's the only guy, and he did terrible. So
yeah,
you couldn't stack that game in any kind of contrarian way whatsoever. So my thought was, I'm going to avoid it completely. The only time I really played anybody from that game was a little bit of Gallup, just because
he was so cheap.
Yeah, because of his price. He was the only one that I ever played. But yeah, and I also said at the beginning of my quarterback part in my DraftKings article, I said I'm opting not to play Dak Prescott or Patrick Mahomes this week. I will find other options. And thankfully, the three quarterbacks I wrote about after that, outside of Kyler Murray, who didn't end up playing, were good picks, because I talked about Rodgers and Tua and Kyler Murray, and then Kyler Murray obviously didn't play. So
yeah, dude. So I had that, and I also had a different Rodgers Adams stack. So I had Rodgers, Swift, Gaskin, Adams with Schultz at tight end, who got over 11 points. So you take it there, and DJ Moore. So I was good there. I just needed, solid performances for my other two wide receivers and my defense. And I would have been able to, win a lot of money. Again, keep in mind, this is a 162-point lineup. Rashad Bateman, 5.9 PPR points. I left them in there because I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe with Lamar Jackson getting announced, his ownership goes down. I'm like, he's still the number one there. We still know that it's a centralized offense.
It did go down. He was only like 5% owned.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I'm like, maybe Tyler Huntley's enough to just support Bateman and Andrews, because that's the only thing I expect from this offense.
People played Huntley. He was like 7% owned.
Gross.
Yeah, I would have rather played the guy. The guy who won the Sunday Million played Joe Flacco. Damn. Yeah, he played Joe Flacco. He didn't even stack him with Elijah Moore.
Did Flacco
naked Joe Flacco?
Flacco put up 25 now.
Huh? No, he only put up like 18, but he had like the perfect lineup everywhere else.
Oh, okay, fair. That's still
but he didn't even play Elijah Moore. He had a no correlation, a 9-player parlay essentially.
Dude, that's what it was. It's funny too. I had Elijah Moore in one of my lineups, but I took him out because I looked at the matchups on PFF, and I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, when you got these players that are extremely talented at low ownership, like, That's
take
the
him.
play, right? Like nobody played Taylor because of the Bills defense. Nobody, like everybody wanted to play Chubb. Everybody wanted to play McCaffrey. Everybody played everybody around Taylor except for him. I'm like, I'm playing Taylor this week. I literally don't care who he's playing.
Yeah, facts.
And not only that, but Derrick Henry had a 3-touchdown game against the Bills. That's why that was my rationale in my article for Taylor. I was like, Derrick Henry was able to overcome this matchup. I think Jonathan Taylor can too.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let's read some comments because we went on a little bit of a tangent.
Yeah.
Thoughts on
Speaking, one quick tangent before we go. I got some American White Claws. So I got a blackberry White Claw here.
How was that?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. I've never had a blackberry one. I have strawberry, pineapple, and mango here. Mango that we have here, but like strawberry and pineapple. I had 2 of the pineapple ones at the game, so also, I only have 1 left. But I'm gonna have the strawberry one right now. I'm
gonna ask one quick thing, bro. Man. How did Jonathan Taylor look live?
Oh, dude, the run along the sideline where he almost like scored. That one play, I was like, dude, I was freaking. Like the environment was so like dreary though because he was just dominating,
and he was
like,
on the other team, yeah,
and like the whole time, everybody in the crowd, like the people beside me, were season ticket holders, and they were like, we've been stopping running backs except for Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry like destroyed us, and I was like, Jonathan Taylor's going to do the same thing. Before the game started, I was like, if you guys can stop 28, you got the win in the bag. Like if you stop 28, it's so free. It's not even funny. And they're like, yeah, we got to, gang tackle 28 or whatever. And the whole time the crowd was just talking about how they couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor around him. Yeah.
All right. Thoughts on Tim Coleman with Carter out? I want nothing to do with him because at least Ty Johnson has the receiving role.
I'd rather start myself at running back than Tim Coleman.
Yep. And dude, I've been busy today with assignments and stuff, but like I've been trying to think. I'm like, who am I gonna include on the waiver wire or video this week? I literally like off my head could not think of a single fucking name. Could not. It's like, do I want to just talk about freaking Elijah Moore again? Like I've been talking about this guy every fucking week. Like if he's under 50% ownership, like what are we doing there? Like,
it's pretty much like stash time. Like
it's
Paris
disgusting
and stuff like that. Like, anybody you can find.
Like, is it gross if I say maybe like Cam Newton would be maybe one of the top waivers this week? Like,
why did Marshawn Lattimore pick up Devontae Smith like he was a child that was sleeping on the couch?
I didn't see it. What happened?
Did you see this? He tackled Smith, and then he picks him up like after he dropped him to the ground. He picked him up like he was like a bag of fucking oranges. And like turned him around. It looked like a parent carrying their child to bed.
The Bucs, if they're fully healthy, are terrifying. Definitely the hardest game of the year coming up if those guys are back. Are you guys playing the Colts?
We are. We play the Colts 2 weeks from now, I think.
No offense to you guys, obviously, but I'm rooting the Colts there. So I mean, to be fair, like in terms of a matchup standpoint, like you guys are a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, even without Vea,
Vea
will probably be back for that game too. And even without Vea, we were still one of the best teams against the run last year without him for most of the year. So
I will say one thing quickly. Although our offense looked like putrid, our offensive line couldn't block a fly. Chris Jones absolutely dominated the interior. Connor McGovern could not block him to save his life. Receivers couldn't catch the ball. Dak Prescott was off his game. Man, our defense looks fucking great. Our defense looked fucking phenomenal. Like, again, like you got to take your subtle wins in a 19-9 gross road game against the freaking Chiefs. But, man, like Mahomes looked flustered. Like Parsons was in his back pocket in the back.
A game in which 98% of the money was on the under going into the game.
Which, like, I thought the under was the better play too. I thought it was gonna be like, like 30-23 Cowboys. Or
I kind of expected what happened, to be honest. I expected like a sloppy game. I don't know why. It was a gut feeling thing combined with the fact that the sharps were all over the under. I'm like, dude, 56 is a lot of points, man. Like when you're betting unders, you are given the lead in the bet from the beginning of the game, right? Like they have to score to kill your bet. Like when you bet an under. So
like as soon as Amari Cooper got announced out, I don't know why the line didn't shift.
I mean, he's a receiver. It's not like he's a quarterback or something.
I get it too, but like I not the like the like I guess like theoretically the over under is going to be consistent.
Speaking of, okay, we'll get into some questions in a second, but I need I'm down 6 points in my home league right now. I need Tom Brady to outscore Kenny Golladay by 6 points.
Easy,
so I should be okay.
But not even close. Eckler almost gave JT a run for his money too. Yeah, it's fun when you play against.
There's a guy in my league that has both guys.
And my one dynasty league, Taylor. In my one dynasty league, I'm at 168 points right now. Let me check. I am at Sorry. I'm at 148 points right now. And I still have Tom Brady, Mike Evans, and Leonard Fournette to play. Like,
yeah. I dropped like in the Bitcoin league, I had 41 from Justin Herbert, 23 from Dalvin Cook, 21 from James Conner, 18 from Stephon Diggs, 37 from Justin Jefferson, 17 from Dawson Knox, 6.5 from Cole Beasley, 20.1 from Keenan Allen, 20.7 from Mike Williams. And then I had Marvin Jones in my super flex because I had fucking Matthew Stafford on bye.
jeez.
I could have started Andy Dalton, but I didn't know he was starting. So,
ooh, you're gonna win in the listener league too, eh?
yeah, I think I just need
You just need 9 points.
Fournette and Barkley just need to score 9 points or something.
You're chilling there. Takade and beat flex squad.
Yeah. Nicholas says, thank you for the advice, boys. Even though I'm 3-7, I've had the highest score in my league, 6 out of 7 losses.
Jesus Christ.
That's so brutal. That's fantasy football, though, man. That's why I'm adamantly opposed to league median scoring. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. I like the head-to-head aspect of fantasy football. I don't like the
the variance.
We're gonna play against the league median because then it's not any fun. Like
because
I like the head-to-head aspect of it.
It takes out the aspect of variance.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like, to a degree, like you can make the argument, like, hey, it's better to not have as much variance. But at the flip side, it's like, well, fuck, like,
I don't want the best team winning every single year. That's stupid.
Yeah. Antonio Gibson still buy low. I mean,
absolutely. Nothing changed about Antonio Gibson's usage. He was used the exact same way, and he actually fumbled and was benched for a little bit, and his usage was still the same. So Carolina, always going to be a tough matchup for him. Like I expected that. Underwhelming performance from Antonio Gibson. With Gibson, you have his next couple of games. Like I'm going to look at them right now. I know they're easy.
Dude, my team and our freaking listener redraft league is so fucking bad.
Dude, my Tone Centers league is so bad. Bro, my whole team's been injured this whole year. I have Barkley. I have my team is so injury prone.
Ron almost beat me this week. I was so fucking sad because the fucking Lamb did shit. But either way, I had Lamb, I have Jeff Wilson and David Montgomery, but I got saved because of freaking Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and Justin Herbert.
Oh, and I still have you seen my fucking listener league team? Like every week there's something. I have Antonio Brown out, DeAndre Hopkins out. I have fucking CeeDee Lamb get a concussion. Like everybody's getting injured on my team.
Dude, our team sucks.
Michael Carter just fucking sprained his ankle. Like I have, it's so annoying.
You're gonna be 4-7. I'm gonna be 3-8.
Yeah, my team literally on paper when I started the season, I'm like, dude, my team is unstoppable. Like I'm winning this league.
Dude, fuck, man.
Yeah,
he looks more well rested than Bush for once. Hey, I guess I had the sleep. I just got home from a nice little workout. I was pretty upset because I wanted to hit 225 for 20 today, but I got only 17, so I was pretty.
That's
upset
literally the most subtle flex I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, my personal best is 18, and I almost got 19, so it's like, can I hit 20? Can I hit 20? It's like it's a goal.
You're better than Orlando Brown.
Yeah, literally. Fuck.
Yeah.
The Bills crowd just got to sit back and appreciate greatness. Yeah,
they were pissed, man. They were not excited about that. Yeah, you know how many times I heard like Midwestern accents just, come on, Josh. Yeah. Like it was so funny, dude. Like because I don't think I have a Canadian accent. Like you have way more of a Canadian accent than I do.
Because
when I was at the game, I'm hearing Josh Allen. Like I'm hearing like that accent. So I was like laughing my ass off, like low key. And everybody was just, come on, Josh, every time he took a snap because they couldn't do anything on offense.
Dude, it was literally it's so funny in terms of like my accent because like I grew up playing like sports like hockey and fucking like football and shit. So like literally like when you're just talking in the locker room and shit, like you're just shooting the shit, you're having a good time, and I'm always fucking going out and shit. So I guess it just kind of carried. I don't know. That's the biggest, longest winning
Park Boys probably. I don't know.
Fuck eh.
Yeah. Which quarter should I go with, Rodgers or Kirk or Cam? I'd go with Rodgers, but I'd probably stash Cam if you want to, and just drop Kirk. Also, which team do you believe has a chance to win the Super Bowl? Honestly, I actually think the entire NFL is wide open right now. I was just about Super Bowl favorite right now. Like, maybe you could say the Cardinals just because they're getting it done without Kyler even in the lineup. But even them, like I still think the Rams in their own division are a good enough team to beat the Cardinals any given week. I think there's a couple teams in the NFC that are good enough to beat them. AFC is an even bigger conversation wise. Like I have no idea.
Bills.
I still think the Ravens are probably the favorite in the AFC.
Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. Like those are the only three teams. Like maybe Pats.
I don't think the Patriots are good enough to get up
Like,
to the,
I think their defense could like win them a couple playoff games, but like, listen, I know the media is driving Mac Jones, but when he actually has to go into a game where he has to throw the ball down the field,
or they're not winning, or their defense isn't getting
like
6 picks a game. Like
I don't know,
it's going to be hard for him if they go to Baltimore and
like
Lamar gets up 14-0 or something. Like,
yeah,
is Mac Jones going to win them the game? Like, it's going to be
and
it's a hard. And you could say the same thing about Lamar on the other side of the ball. So
and I
I
was
don't
about
want
to say too. I was about to say too, like or like if he has to play a shootout type of atmosphere against Josh Allen, like can you do that?
I don't think you can. But like the thing is, you need the defense to clamp down on a guy like Josh Allen. It's the only way you win that game. And it could happen because Josh Allen's been in games where he hasn't looked the sharpest, but in a playoff game, like I don't think that would happen. If it's in, Orchard Park or whatever, like I just don't see it happening against the Patriots. I think they're going to probably knock off somebody in the playoffs, like one of the games, whoever they play in the first round. I think they're going to knock off somebody, and I think they're going to get beaten by a better team in the divisional.
Dude, and I said it last week, my man. Like I'm gonna say it now. I think the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. Like
really?
I do. I genuinely do.
They're starting to play better on defense for sure.
Like if that defensive line keeps getting pressure at the rate it was, like keep in mind, like although the Cowboys' offensive line was banged up, like admittedly, like Connor McGovern was taking over his first game ever as a starter, and Terrence Steele is not a left tackle. Like he's a decent right tackle, but at left tackle he looks lost. That's still an average at minimum offensive line. And the Chiefs genuinely made them look like they were fucking college football players. Like it was bad. Like even Zach Martin got beat by Chris Jones, and Zach Martin doesn't get beat. Zach Martin's the highest graded offensive.
Not get beat.
Zach Martin is the highest grade offensive lineman in the NFL this year, and he actually got beat for a sack by Chris Jones. So like if that defensive line is playing like that, if you got Chris Jones, Frank Clark, obviously Tyrann Mathieu on the back end. Now I'm not.
All you need your secondary to do is take the ball away every now and then. You don't need them to lock people down. Just get turnovers.
Look at the Cowboys.
And Snead and Mathieu were doing that last year when the defense was a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, like it was such a similar thing. Like if you watch that game, like both teams looked terrible, but the thing is the Chiefs defense made a couple more plays than the Cowboys defense early on. Like once the game was 16-0, the Cowboys defense completely shut down the Chiefs. But early on, like that was the main difference in that game. Going up 16-0 and just holding on to that lead, and the Cowboys obviously having no chance to come back because the Chiefs could have just pinned their ears and get after Dak, which 6 sacks against him, constant pressure, receivers dropping passes. Like, yeah, if you want to talk about Dak having a bad game, go for it. He did not have a great game. But man, that whole offense looked fucking putrid.
Yeah.
So
if you guys want some betting advice for tonight, by the way, take the Giants 100% against the spread. Take the Giants. We are bad against the Giants. Like they're just like the Bears for us. Like we just can't beat them. Like, so last year it came down to like if you guys remember the game last year, Antoine Winfield broke up a pass on the 1 yard line to seal the game. Essentially, it was a 2-point conversion, and we almost lost to the Giants last year. And Daniel Jones' first career game, we were about to win the game, and then Matt Gay missed a field goal, and we lost it. Like we are kind of snake bitten against this team, and part of it's because we've played at MetLife the last 2 times we played them. So hopefully we're at home this time; it'll be a little bit better, but. I don't know what the spread is. I think it's 10 or something like that. I would take the Giants.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you there. The Giants play sneaky well against better teams. I mean, we saw it against the Chiefs too. Like they play sneaky well against better teams because I don't know what it is. Like they're not that talented of a team, but
they might be the healthiest they've ever been on offense too, right? With Barkley back, with Golladay back, with Tony back. Shepard isn't playing, but like if he was back too, like their offense is actually like have we seen a game with all 3 of those receivers and Barkley on the field? Like I don't think we have. Because Tony didn't come on until after everybody was out.
Yep, I agree. So let's try to catch up a little bit. And in terms of the question, I believe like literally 7-8 teams can make a claim at the Super Bowl this year. That's how wide open it is.
Yeah,
I'm up by roughly 18. I have Evans and Bucsy playing tonight. Opponent has Godwin and Evan Ingram.
I think you should be good, but it is worth noting that Evans has a far worse matchup tonight than Godwin does.
Yep. You should max, and Maximus, anything can happen. You should be good. I'm beating my opponent by 43. He only needs, I don't think Godwin scores 43.
Godwin ain't scoring 43. He might have like a 25-point game, but I doubt he's scoring 43.
I got JT and Patrick when JT was at his lowest for Hunt. Oh my God, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm proud to see somebody actually commented on the YouTube short that I did. What should we do with Jonathan Taylor was the name of it. And it was right after the Quentin Nelson, Carson Wentz injuries. And I said, literally the thing on the thumbnail says buy the dip. It literally says buy the dip on Jonathan Taylor because I moved him from RB5 or 6 or something to RB8. And I was like, he's still a first round pick, like, or a late first round pick, early second round pick, however you want to slice it. And people were burying him. Like when it happened, I remember people were like, oh, like I wouldn't even take this guy until like the early third. And people who were taking him in the first got bailed out by this news. I'm like, that was a Kluge tweet. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like Jonathan Taylor belonged to go in the first round this whole time. Like anybody who was concerned about his random like nonsense concerns like Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines and the fact that Frank Reich hasn't used the workhorse, like all that shit was such bullshit. I can't believe that Jonathan Taylor had so much slander in the preseason.
But I did drop Madison for
yes, I would never drop a high value handcuff like Alexander Madison heading into the playoffs to pick up a kicker.
Do I start Corey Davis or Rashad Bateman? If Lamar Jackson's back, give me Corey or Rashad Bateman there.
Yeah, I'll take Rashad Bateman there. I think we're living in Elijah Moore's world right now in New York.
I had Chase, Jefferson, Herbert. I started Titans D, got 0 against Texans. Also had Higgins, Payne. So just Jefferson and Herbert in that lineup. Everybody else did poo, eh?
Yeah.
Can I get a review on my team? Reach out to either of us, and we could like set up we actually have a thing now where we can set up a video call between either one of us.
Yeah, for those of you guys that are interested heading into playoff time and stuff, we do have consultations available on our website. Yeah. You can book one of us, you can book both of us, whatever the case is, and you can do that on our website. It's like there's a form at the bottom of our homepage that you can do that. A couple guys have done that so far, and they've been pretty enjoyable. You can, get review of multiple. If you're in 5 different leagues, you can get us to review a bunch of your teams.
Yep, for sure. So look into that. Do I start Miles Sanders this week, 2 weeks, because he versus the Giants and Jets, or Elijah Mitchell? Miles Sanders looked good.
And Jordan Howard is going to be out.
Yeah.
But for this, I don't know. It sounds like it's a 1 week injury or like a short-term injury, but Miles Sanders played, I think it was 46% of the snaps, ran a route like
19 for 94, I think, on the ground. Like he looked good. He looked efficient. He's playing a really, really good front as well. And he still looked good. And in general, like, we like to joke around about Jalen Hurts, man. He's been playing some good ball. The Eagles offense has looked good. So I wouldn't discount Miles Sanders at all. I think right now, given Jordan Howard's expected out, you should expect a top 15 to 20 type of running back this week.
Right. And I think it's officially time that we admit that we might have been wrong on the dynasty value of Jalen Hurts. And it's not because I think Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback. It's because
Eagles aren't going to have a high enough pick.
Not only that, but is there even a quarterback worth that pick?
Only Corral.
Yeah, exactly. And Corral will probably go, 1, 2, or 3 if he is the quarterback that we think he can be throughout the draft process and things like that. And maybe another name kind of emerges throughout the draft process, but I'm not expecting a very deep quarterback class. And the Eagles aren't going to have a high enough pick. Like, sure, they want to mortgage 3 first-round picks that they have this year to go up and get Watson. A subpar quarterback prospect.
I was going to say like Watson.
Yeah, like obviously you go after Watson. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. If I was the Eagles, I would fill my roster's holes and let Jalen Hurts have another year.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, like, listen, we know Reagor isn't going to work out at this point. We know he's not a great wide receiver.
I think a free agent receiver would be a lot smarter for them to go after than another rookie receiver. If you sign, well, yeah, sure. And why not both for sure?
Imagine they signed, like, I don't know, obviously, like, I'm going to say Chris Godwin, but
yeah, Chris Godwin's the prime example because he's the number 1 receiver that's going to be available in free agency.
So say hypothetically you signed him or another high name wide receiver, even like Michael Gallup from the Cowboys, if you somehow
Allen Robinson or something,
really good wide receiver, and then you drafted like a Garrett Wilson. Like at that point, I don't think Jalen Hurts is the greatest passer, but I mean, he's providing offense.
Right. And the rest of your picks you can spend on a corner or a tackle or something, whatever you need.
Linebacker. They need a linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker. Like that. They have a lot of flexibility with the fact they got 3 ones. Do they have an extra one in 2022 as well? Or 23?
I think, They
traded down with San Fran, right? No, that was Miami. That was Miami.
No, they traded down with Miami. They got 2 firsts for the 1 first. So
they just have an extra first this year for Miami. They don't get 2 extra firsts.
And I talked about this scenario a couple of times, but it's so hilarious looking back on it. The Eagles basically dropped down, and with the pick that took Jalen Waddle,
they got a better wide receiver.
They took Devontae Smith. So they basically got a first in exchange for a third because they gave Dallas a 3 to move up to take Devontae Smith. So they gave up a third for a first next year. And that first now next year, with Miami being so bad, is going to be basically top 8 to 10.
Yeah. And they
got a worse receiver.
And they got the better receiver in the draft, in my opinion, at least. I thought Devontae Smith through and through was the better prospect than Jalen Waddle.
For sure, for sure. So where do we leave off real quick?
I got
Let's
it
look at
here.
Josh.
Josh says,
Uh,
all right, boys,
I
big.
was just
Oh,
gonna
okay,
say,
we got
appreciate that. $3 from Mac. He says this because Danny crushed it on Sunday. Poutine fun. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I was going on rapid fire. I can't believe I got through all the questions, but we
Oh,
we're
really? I
rolling.
did actually rewatch the stream.
Yeah,
Back.
I was ripping. I just had my coffee, woke up early in the morning, got all my rankings done. I'm not sure if you saw my message, but the site was like acting up a little bit on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to refresh it and shit. And this is also a reason why we're not going to be using it going forward
Yeah.
into because we're not website people, like we're fucking football people. So
Yeah, like
it makes it easy to go to.
We're for you, you're straight out of college. For me, I'm still in college. I have no
Yeah.
computer science like experience.
If we were working for fantasy pros or fucking, fantasy footballers or something, that'd be a different story. But it makes it easier to not have a website in our situation because it adds an element of shit that we don't actually know what we're doing. So,
in fact, as long as we have like again that third party type of vendor with like the Patreon, for example, like at least like we don't have to worry about management when it's fully our site and we're paying that subscription and we're managing that site. Like I don't have enough expertise to be able to do that. So
I have like the basement level expertise to be able to do it. So
I know how to write an article and I know how to put it into the machine, but I don't know what it does to put it out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's try and rip through some of these questions before kickoff here. So big problem. I don't know why LM made our league playoffs.
Bro, what?
And that JT bye, what should I do? You look to try. So your first week of playoffs, you have JT on bye.
That's an issue.
That's
something you have to take up with your league manager because that is ridiculous. Like that should be unacceptable.
Are we wearing white pants and red fucking jerseys? What the fuck?
What I would do there, Josh, is I would talk to your commissioner because I'd be like, listen, like this is not acceptable. Like it simply isn't. Like you could use us as a word of advice here, decently established channel. And I'm assuming if you were to put that out to a bunch of other whether it's Twitter, whether it's other channels, I'm sure that you'll get the resounding agreement that you should not have a situation where a superstar player like Jonathan Taylor can't play in your playoff game because of a bye week, because of the structure your league has.
Yeah, I that's really odd to me. I don't know why they would have a bye week or your start of your playoffs this early.
That's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Should I flip Mike Williams for Akers, ETN in a second?
Oh my God, in an instant. Oh my! I would do that for one of those guys alone,
easily, except for the second. But like one of the players,
I would do that for just ETN or just Akers, let alone both of them and a second round pick.
Agreed. I started Taylor and almost lost because Jefferson. So I feel Mac. Yeah, Payne. Jefferson looked good. When is AB back?
He'll probably be back next week.
What's going on with his COVID vaccination status? Didn't he buy like a fake card?
Fucking Rick Stroud is apparently like convinced. The Tampa Bay Times main reporter is convinced that he like faked it, but the team said that he didn't fake it. And I don't think they're just like, oh yeah, like this, they're not, it's not like the I am 12 memes from fucking the bench warmers where they just hand him, I am vaccinated or whatever. Like they have legitimate documentation. I don't think they can just hand him a piece of paper that says that he's vaccinated. They're just like, oh yeah, like you're good. Like I think there's actually a process behind it. So I tend to side with the team than I do with Stroud, but.
Yeah, looks good, Justin. I can't give you like a full, obviously, breakdown on stream right now because we have to answer some questions. But
you got some stud running backs, that's for sure. That'll help you. Sure.
Should I drop Michael Carter with this injury news, or is it worth keeping dropping T Higgins and stashing Carter for when he comes back? Do not drop T Higgins. I know he's been not producing from a fantasy standpoint, but the usage is still elite. The targets percentage is still elite. It's just he hasn't been able to score. Honestly, like this is still a young, ascending, talented wide receiver. So. I like if those are the only two players you can drop, I would rather.
If I were you, I would try and if you haven't had your trade deadline yet, I would try and make a trade so you don't have to drop anyone. Try and make a 2-for-1 trade where you send, and it doesn't have to be these players too. It can just be maybe you take Michael Carter and David Montgomery's on your roster, some other running back that you have, and try and get a better running back, and then you don't have to drop anybody, and you can pick up your tight end to fill in for Kelsey on bye week this week.
Yeah, like maybe you can buy like Zeke for that because the guy's worried about how the Cowboys offense looked this past week.
Right. Or you could get Kamara or Dalvin or something like that.
Henderson Diggs type combo. Yeah. Henderson Diggs. Who am I thinking?
No idea.
All right. Hit the like, boys. Yes, sir. Listen to Brock. Hit that damn like button. Bench Michael Carter, Chuba Hubbard. I'd easily bench Chuba Hubbard. What?
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard isn't even fantasy relevant at this point.
Jeff Wilson, a bum. Hope Mitchell gets healthy. Yeah, fact, he is a bum. 7-4, very nice. I have Saquon. My opponent has Gronk. I'm down 10. Need a Monday miracle, I think. I think you get there.
Oh, that's close, man. Gronk catches one touchdown, and they're currently in the red zone, and you're probably screwed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. But here, touch some of them. I'm gonna quickly.
Yeah. How is Zeke starter over Pollard? Zeke, no juice. That's cap. Zeke has juice. He's fine. Got a situation. Fine. Oh, yeah. Lenny.
The offensive line got absolutely obliterated. Keep that in mind.
Got a situation. Have Jonathan Taylor and Montgomery have a tough matchup on Taylor's bye. Bench backs are Moss, Pollard, and Foreman. Trade Rodgers for Burrow and Swift. I would rather have Burrow than Rodgers straight up. So, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Wait, Rodgers for Burrow and that must be a super
like
flex,
instantly accept that deal. Like Swift is worth both of those quarterbacks plus a fucking pick combined. Like I don't know if that's that's a redraft league too. So like I have no idea what that guy's thinking, but easily Burrow and Swift, easily.
It's been hurting starting AJ Brown with Devontae and Ayuk on my bench these last few weeks. Yeah, he'll pick it up, but
yeah, I mean I'd find a way to potentially get Devontae in your lineup, but Ayuk over AJ, like I can't start him over AJ Brown. There's no way.
Is a criminal dropping? Yeah, you already said that. Javonte or Cup half PPR dynasty. Give me Javonte pretty easily there. Like as good as Cup has been, like he's a 28-year-old wide receiver. Javonte Williams.
It's a projection that's going to sound insane to a lot of people, but yeah, I would prefer Javonte Williams. Let's go. Robin in the MVP slot. Always king. Always king.
Score?
Trust me with the MVP matchup, dude. I'm the king of picking MVPs. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's nutty. I was actually going to play a showdown and put Godwin the MVP. I don't know why.
And I also did that Tom Brady touchdown because I'm down 6 right now. So
I didn't know. Why didn't we do one? Fuck, I was going to do Godwin.
I did one already. So
no, I like between us.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. Side note: I'm older than Javonte Williams. April 25th, 2000.
How much older are you than Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts, I think I'm a few months older. Let me just take a look. Kyle Pitts, he's October 6th, 2000. Jesus Christ, I'm 5 months older than him. How many points do you think Graham Gano? How many points do you think Graham Gano getting? I'm down by 8. Opponent has Gano left, and it's playoffs. Wait, you're down by 8?
Is Graham Gano the Giants kicker? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I guess. He should have probably close to 8. I don't know. I don't know kickers that well. Hey, boys, thoughts on Mike Williams going forward? By the way, just got Hurts for Khalil Herbert and Wentz, no quarterback. What the heck? That's okay. I'm not even a big Hurts fan, but that is an absolute steal.
Yeah.
Steal. Yeah, I like that. In terms of Mike Williams, he's going to be a boom bust wide receiver 3 type. I think we kind of knew that now.
Yeah, I said it on the earlier stream today. Like him, Chase Claypool, Tyler Lockett, they're all the same exact type of wide receiver. They're all going to be either feast or famine kind of guys.
Yep. Better bench stash. Jeff Wilson or Ayuk. Give me Ayuk. It's not even really close.
Yep.
It won't be who will be better this Thursday. It'll be who will be worse. Yeah, I mean, if our offense comes out and plays as lethargic as it did against the Chiefs, then you guys have a chance. But if
by
it's
the
back,
way, this is my lineup real quick. I have Godwin in the captain slot, Brady as my one of my flexes, Saquon, Kenny Golladay, Gronkowski, Darius Slayton. Only 35% of people drafted Saquon Barkley at 7,800.
What the fuck?
He was 7,800 on DraftKings.
Also, what was the disparity in cost between Tony and Golladay?
They were like the same price. I think Tony was 6,700 and Golladay was 7K. So I played Golladay over Tony.
Really? I'd take Tony there.
I mean, I figured Tony would get higher ownership. That's why
that makes sense. So you played the contrarian. Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought everybody was going to play Barkley at 7,800. I was like, dude, Leonard Fournette's 4,000 more than Saquon. Everybody's going to play Saquon, so I got to get some contrarian pieces in here. But the only guys that are highly owned in my lineup are Brady and Godwin.
Who's the one super cheap contrarian? Slayton. Oh, what's he like? 2K?
He was 3,200 I had left. I actually considered leaving like 2K on the table and playing John Ross and hoping for a bomb touchdown.
Dude, I saw a value. Wasn't Scotty Miller 200?
Yeah, he was. He's probably not going to play a whole lot in this game, though. I'd probably rather play Darden for 800.
That's fair. But either way, one of those type of outside wide receiver. But anyways, let's get through a couple more. I have Wilson and Dak. Should I try to trade for Hurts? No, I would be fine with that duo. And Dino, yeah, that's ridiculous spicy. Having Eckler Chubb, yeah. Oh my god. Variance is fun until you've had the most points scored against you 5 years in a row.
That's fantasy football.
Austin Eckler killed it for me. Doom lost Henry, lost Pain. I don't. Okay, I don't agree with calling Ridley a crybaby.
I agree with calling Michael Thomas a crybaby.
Yeah,
though.
call Michael Thomas a crybaby, but man, like,
yeah, we don't know what Ridley's going through. I don't want to speculate on his condition.
Yeah.
Also for that JT things, I already have CMC and my RB3 is Javonte.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's Cam an every week starter, best like top 15 maybe.
Yeah, he's a top 15 quarterback, I would say, because of the rushing.
Best traits for Hopkins off my head. I genuinely like can't.
Fuck, you could probably get Hopkins for a bag of pucks at this point.
Yeah. Damn, bro, 18 of 225. That's incredible. I play O-line my whole life. I've never been good at bench. Yeah, I mean, it helps when I'm 5'9" with like a 29-inch arm, like 29 and a half. I think I measured. Like my arms are 29 and a half.
He said I play online because that's what I play. I don't play O-line. I play online. I play Madden. Like that's what I play.
But yeah, like my arms are short, less than 30 inches, and I'm 5'9", so that helps as well. And yeah.
That's also Cap. He's not 5'9".
You fucking like we literally like measured each other, and you were like an inch at most taller than me.
Yeah,
like you keep saying that you're literally 5'10". You're like an inch at most taller than me. You're like
I only hear the accent when you guys say out. Does out sound weird?
Oot.
Yeah, I don't think get Gronk out your lineup. I don't know.
O-line, not online. There you go.
I play online. It's all right.
Did you guys ever do a power ranking video?
I don't know. That's so cookie cutter though. Like it's kind of fun, I guess, but like
it probably get good views, but like
what we might do though is like some tier makers in the offseason when we got nothing to do, like running backs and shit like that. Like not
dynasty
like
running back
related,
tier maker. Like
yeah.
That'd be fun.
We might do some of those, but like, yeah, power rankings. I just think power rankings are fucking annoying, to be honest. Like, they kind of annoy me.
It's so fun because so funny because in terms of actual power rankings, it's like, cool, you can rank teams in terms of power. Where do you think the Bucs would have ranked in power rankings when they were 7-5 last year?
Like 4th, 5th at most.
Not even. Like,
yeah, they probably would have been like 10th.
Yeah.
Let's go, Galladay. He's back. Also, would have been a great trade target before this game started was Kenny Galladay. I think he's a guy that you could probably get for nothing right now, and he's actually like somewhat relevant. I think.
Giants point spread we like here, Connor. What up, boys? What up, Javon?
11.5 was the spread.
Yeah,
dude, give me the Giants all day, man. I love my team, but we ain't beating the Giants by 11.5.
Hit the like button. 40 watching and 13 likes. Yeah, I mean, like facts. Like, what do we end up? What are we actually on? I didn't even see this like when it was commented, but what do we have right now? 21 likes, and I have the volume coming out of my TV or my monitor. You love to hear it, but only 21 likes right now. Come on, let's up that. Ertz, Goddard, or Knox this week. Should I pick up Kirk or Cam for Rodgers bye week? So I'll go
with Cam there.
Yeah, and in terms of the tight end, like they're all probably like back end ones, early twos. Like
yeah, I would probably give the lean to Goddard if I had to pick one.
That's
Goddard's probably the guy I would have highest, but like fuck, those guys are to flip a coin. Like they're all close.
Javonte or James Conner. I mean, I'd go
Javonte. Yeah.
Like I'd probably go Conner.
Give me Conner. Give me Conner there. How the hell is James Conner on your waiver wire is my first question.
Facts. Will Gronk play? I mean, he is playing, right, Bush?
Yeah, he's playing.
What running back could I get if I traded Kyler Murray? I would look for I don't know if I'd want to trade Kyler Murray right now though, because he's
I probably wouldn't if I were you. If somebody's willing to buy like high on Kyler Murray, then I'm okay with that. But Kyler Murray is probably only going to fetch you like Miles Sanders right now at his current value, or like maybe you get up to like David Montgomery, James Robinson type, but I'm probably going to need somebody in that tier. And I don't think you're going to get them with the way Kyler Murray's just not been on the field the last couple of weeks.
What's the plan with Ridley?
I traded for him in a dynasty league a couple weeks ago. Dynasty wise, I think he's a guy that you could probably be buying right now, but in redraft, like unless like if you don't have an IR spot, like I'm okay dropping Ridley right now.
Yeah, no, I agree there. And it's sad, but I spent a second round pick on Calvin Ridley over Justin Jefferson.
Yikes. Should I drop Michael Carter for Miles Sanders?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would.
So
I'd still like to hold on to Carter if you can though.
But like if I had to choose between them, like give me Michael
give me
Carter
Sanders straight up. But like if you don't like if you have some random fuck on your team like another kicker, defense, or quarterback, then I'd rather drop that for Miles Sanders than Carter.
Yep, agreed. I know he's not fancy about him, but yeah, fuck N'Keal Harry. I don't even want to read the rest of them.
We were talking about N'Keal Harry today.
God. Connor and Harry is a bust. You happy with 2 catches? You got 10 catches on the season.
Yeah, well, he's got more than Brian Edwards right now, so
up by basically 20 with Brady left. Yeah, you're gonna win, Steven. I'm not worried at all.
well, you got a Godwin touchdown to help you out, so
Thanks for Shane Boys anytime, Anthony. Try keep Herbert or trade him for Mahomes PPR league. Give me Mahomes easily.
yeah. I like these next 2 questions.
What's your favorite beer? My favorite beer. I have Sleeman the most right now. Personally,
I drink a lot of Corona, so I'd probably say Corona.
Yeah, that's why you have to get the.
I used to drink a lot of Busch because it's my name.
It's just such a bad beer.
It's just not that good. My brother drinks it all the time. He took the you have to drink Busch because your name is Busch too hard. He only drinks Busch.
Yeah, fuck, man. But yeah, I prefer Sleeman. But man, Busch is literally oh, you're getting lit with the boys. You're trying to get super fucking hammered. Well, guess what? You're getting some Busch because it's cheap. But we actually got a super chat here. 499 from Brandon. Appreciate that a lot. He says, would you trade away CH and Gronk to get Darren Waller? Full PPR redraft. My running backs are Eckler, Swift, CH, Sony Michelle, wideouts, Cup, Jefferson, Tony. I don't mind making that move. I'd do that for Waller.
I think I would too, but it does make me nervous knowing that you don't have any running backs outside of Swift and Eckler that you can start confidently. So yeah. I actually think I would hold pat. I think Gronk is a good enough option for me to not want to give up a guy and CH. I'm not you guys know I'm not the biggest CH guy, but at least he provides you with some running back depth. If Eckler were to miss a game or 2 here and there, you have nobody if that happens, right? And I don't know when your deadline is, but if you make this deal and your trade deadline passes, you're going to be streaming running backs off the waiver wire. So I think I would actually hold.
I personally would do it though, because I think Waller's worth it. But I understand the rationale of not making the move. But yeah, I appreciate that super chat from Brandon. What's your favorite disgusting sandwich? I don't know. Does it count saying freaking peanut butter wraps?
That's fucking weird. What the hell is that even mean?
It's gross, but I don't know. I'm broke.
I'm thinking. See, when he said when the disgusting sandwich, I thought of greasy sandwich, something
oh,
I think a a Philly cheesesteak or something. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Peanut butter wraps. What the hell does that even mean?
Dude, I'm in fucking college. Keep that in mind. When I don't do
that's
groceries,
a broke ass sandwich, right?
When
there.
I don't do groceries, bro, it gets fucking gross. It gets
that's
fucking random.
A grimy ass fucking meal.
Fuck, man. You ever put cheese and beans?
What? Cheese and beans? The hell does that even mean?
Fucking cheesy beans.
That's broke. If I had to answer that question, I would say number 43 from Jersey Mike's is my favorite disgusting sandwich.
I can't even I think my mind's at a different type of disgusting than you.
The pepperoni meatball subs from Firehouse are fucking elite too.
I gotta try that. Yeah, fuck. If you aren't subscribed to these 2, what are you doing? Get your shit. Yeah, I appreciate that, fucking Nathan. Right. I mean, we love shooting. Nate
commented earlier on the takeaways thing that I did, because usually I start off before people file in because it's 11 in the morning. He's love the JT monologue at the beginning because I went off for 2.5 minutes about Jonathan Taylor's MVP odds.
Yeah. Amen, Ruffalo. Amen. Do you think Jamar Chase would put up better stats if he had the Pfizer instead of Moderna? Could definitely be the case.
I don't know. He might have faked his too.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Kevin, let us know in the comments if you're still in here. Have you had the Tommy John yet?
Why? Because of the elbow?
I was just making a joke. Yeah. Shaking my head. You watch Canadian football? I mean, the Cats are playing this weekend in the playoffs.
I was actually at Hooters when we were in Niagara Falls, and the Hamilton Tiger Cats game was on, so I did watch a little bit of it.
They smoked the Riders.
They turned the Nebraska Wisconsin game on, and I saw a 17-year-old running back running through an entire fucking.
He's 6'2", 240, by the way.
Oh my god, dude, that kid is fucking good.
Yeah, dude, fucking that's gonna be fun. That 2024 running back class is gonna be fun.
Guy's a child still.
You watch Canadian, yeah, he's like an 03 or 04 or something stupid like that. But you watch Canadian football, again, when it's on, hopefully the Cats can make it to the Grey Cup because they actually play.
I don't watch a damn lick of Canadian football.
They play the Grey Cup final in Hamilton this year, so that'll be pretty lit.
Yeah,
get fucking hammered. All right, boys. See you. Love you. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Javon. Means a lot. What's the outlook on Elijah Moore rest of the season? I
Top
think
30 receiver.
yeah, like locked and loaded. He's
a fucking stud, man. I love
bro.
Elijah Moore so much.
I've
never like and I mean obviously this didn't age well, but when the last time I saw a receiver prospect in college where I just loved the way he played was Henry Ruggs. Like the way, like the tough, like physical play that I saw from a small receiver that had the speed, that had the twitch ability. That's kind of what I saw with Elijah Moore and Ruggs, but like even more so with Elijah Moore, I saw a guy that was just reliable as fuck, man. Like great hands, guy able to just do exactly what he's supposed to do. And I think I like when you watch a player like that in college, you just know he's going to be a good NFL player.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I actually tweeted out today, I'm like, the world finally seeing what us round 9 Elijah Moore underdog drafters saw before the season. Glad he's finally turning into the superstar. Like he looks great.
Yeah.
Bear, Bull, and Lamar, like I'm buying Jamar pretty substantially. Like if you're not, like, for example,
anybody that is not realizing that Jamar Chase is not only a top 3-2 dynasty wide receiver, he's also a top 5 redraft receiver as well.
Like, genuinely speaking, okay, like obviously redraft, if you can buy him for anybody not named Tyreek, Adams, Cobb, like I would consider it. Jefferson. Yeah, like I would do it. After that though, like especially in dynasty, like there are maybe only 2 other receivers, like in terms of, for me personally, Jefferson, Lamb, you want to put into that tier. If you can get him for like, I don't know, a contender's willing to ship him right now because he's not producing, you can get him for like Cup and a first. I would do that right now. If somebody's willing to do a deal like that, which I mean, if you're facing against a contender and a contender's like, fuck, I need the points right now, you go to them and say, listen, you're getting the number 1 wide receiver and a first round pick. Like you could probably make that type of deal happen. But heck, like Adam straight up, I would take Chase in Dynasty. Hill straight up, I'd take Chase in Dynasty. Like it's to the point where we saw in year 1 exactly what we needed to see to put him in the elite of the elite, to put him in the generational type of tier in terms of wide receivers.
It's exactly what Jefferson did last year. Like, except even to a higher degree. Because when you see
he's got a better like stable situation,
rookie, they're not going to get worse. Like it's not going to get worse for them.
Yeah, and he's got a more stable situation. I mean, like as much as I love Jefferson, like he doesn't like. Kirk Cousins is a fine quarterback, but Joe Burrow
is Joe Burrow's floor.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's already a better quarterback. He's going to stay long-term. That offense is going to be fantastic long-term. Like, they're both in the same tier, but like Chase is locked and loaded. I don't think I've seen any type of value, consistent value like Chase will be for the next 5 years in a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely bull on him.
Dumbass picked Zach Wilson ahead of him in Scott's thoughts.
Bro, it's so funny because you picked ETN.
That league is $20. The only reason I picked Zach Wilson is because I didn't have Zach Wilson anywhere else.
Dude, you picked ETN and Wilson, and then somebody picked Mac Jones. And I remember I was like, I was picking in 2 picks, so there was only 2 players on the board I wanted: Chase and Pitts. And I know fucking Sexy Pats came up to snipe me on Chase, but I'm like, hey, I got fucking Kyle Pitts at the 109.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing ever. And again, I'm not fucking stupid. I know I should have picked Chase and Pitts, but it's a $20 league. Travis Etienne and Zach Wilson were 2 of my guys in the draft process. So I fucking drafted them. And 2 minutes later, I traded a first round pick to get the 204 to draft Elijah Moore because I fucking felt like it. That's pretty much why I did it.
Because I fucking felt like it. Yeah. Also, man, I can't wait to watch Treylon Burks in the NFL. But giving Aaron Jones and Darren Waller for D-Hop and James Robinson. If this is a redraft, give me Aaron Jones and Waller pretty easily there. Actually, even in Dynasty.
Yeah.
Danny,
that just made me laugh.
Danny, bro, I appreciate that, man. That's going straight to the grocery fund. So it means a lot.
Fucking peanut butter wraps.
I just talked to my league manager. He's not changing it. My other league mates just don't care since it's not effective. That's fucking brutal. I would just hold on to Taylor because you're going to want him in the playoffs and people are going to know that you're panicking and going to try to lowball you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I'd say. Not Tommy John.
All right. I need to watch this game. My team's on TV right now. So we'll just speak through these last couple here. Would you go Russ, Cam or Russ next week? Probably Russ still.
I think Russ, yeah. Should I buy low or panic on DK?
He's gonna make an appearance tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'll have you covered.
My Keenan Allen rest of season PPR. We actually did our rest of season ranking show like just last week, just last week. He was just inside the top 12 wide receivers, basically. Drop Tennessee defense or hold, pick up 2 Ertz, Knox. Okay, so I mean, it depends what other options you have for Tennessee defense. I don't know what your league looks like in terms of the other one. Is this
If
for
you
a
need
flex?
a tight end, I'll pick up Knox. If you don't need a tight end, then go with Myers and Rondale probably.
Yep, I agree. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. We kind of went a little longer than we expected because we started just shooting the shit. So, Bush, enjoy your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for me personally, I hope the Giants can sneak this one out. But
True.
peace out, y'all.